Speaking of AI, we go from espionage and data leaks and TikTok taking all your data to AI. Check this out. I found this to be very interesting. Percent share of companies referencing AI on earnings calls. So what this is, an earnings call comes out on Wall Street. You know, the CEO does a nice introduction that usually means nothing, along with a bunch of safe harbor statements, which means that he means nothing and legally he means nothing. Then the CFO gets on there and starts talking about the numbers. And check this out. If you go back to 2015, not so long ago, it was less than 1%. Now, the most recent earning call in Q1 of 2023, where they, that was just, so that's through March, which is only a couple months ago, they assessed everything, and it has gone from 8% at the end of Q3 of 22 to 16%. So it's doubled from the end of Q3, so September 30th of last year, to this year, and it's gone from 8% to 16%, which means that of all the earnings calls that are going on, people talking about how the companies are doing, twice as many CEOs are talking about AI now as were 8 months ago. And I think there's some lessons in here coming for
absolutely
jobs and among other things.
Yep, I think also AI is one of those things where it's what we've seen is it's such a fast trend in the way it moves. So if you're not catching it, and especially like the earlier you catch it, you're going to be left so far behind that it's going to be hard to catch up. So I think in terms of from the bigger companies and the shareholder meetings and really looking at, hey, I'm a shareholder. How can we have how can we demand on less people? Because then that means that you have less money going to hourly wages and stuff like that, and leverage AI more in a way where I'm going to get a higher return for my shareholder and more value of it. So I think that component is huge, and it's probably not going to slow down, and it's only going to speed up as it becomes more of the thing that needs to be conversated about.
What's very interesting is Bailey, the golf girl, one of my two girls, she had an internship with a startup this summer. I won't say who. She has a little non-disclosure agreement. But it was interesting, she was asking me a few questions about this. And I said, what are you working on? And she says, oh, I'm giving a little report to their CEO about the possible application of AI. And I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah. And there was a couple systems that she was talking about. And so I gave her kind of a download on how you would describe that to the CEO, because she knew exactly where it could help, what it could do. And I took her through a P&L saying, okay, is it going to help you with the sales level, the cost of goods sold level, or the OPEX level, driving to ultimately EBITDA? And so I was giving her a little primer on that, but she had it all figured out. But they wanted to know, and so one of her projects as an intern was, how do you think we can use the AI tools that have emerged to do things better, quicker, or more intuitively going forward? And the translation is, less people in the back office because AI does some of it for us, and maybe more intelligence on the front end offering products to customers. So it was all very practical that resulted in a better experience for the customers, this particular company. However, it also means that there would be less administrative jobs on some automated functions, or functions that certain analysts, lower level analysts won't be needed, because it can feed you certain reports intuitively. Now, it still takes a person to go run the whole BI system and everything, but I thought it was kind of interesting looking at that. So,
what was her verdict on AI?
I just gave you her verdict on AI.
Okay, so that was it. Yeah,
I
wasn't sure if this is the Biz Docs.
No. I took her on a tour of the P&L.
Yep.
She was very appreciative of that, but this was all her doing on there. Yeah. And of course, she wants to go study sport management and sports analytics. Yeah. So she's already working on her geek side.
There you go. I like it.